us a prayer, please.
Lord, thank you for us to see another day. Thank everybody that's here. Thank the people that we've lost along the way, people we have today. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Ms. Lewis, could I have a roll call, please?
Mills,
Here.
Paprick,
Here.
Gibson,
Here.
Fox.
Here.
Allen,
Here.
Varner,
Here.
Simmons.
Adoption of the agenda. I need a motion and a second to approve it.
I move to approve the agenda.
Second, Mills.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Everybody had a chance to look over or approve or correct special session minutes of May 5th, 2026, and regular session minutes of May 5th, 2026. If so, I need a motion and a second.
I motion to approve.
Second, Patrick.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving right along, we're up to committee reports. First up, we have Property Finance, Budget, and Audit Committee. As council members Patrick and Fox.
Revenues through April 30th are at $10,988,000 and change, which is 75.67% of the budgeted amount. Expenditures are $11,004,000, which is about 71%. According to the finance director, everything's looking great. There was grant money received during the month of April. The police department general fund received $10,467 in grant money. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Mr. Fox?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Community Development and Code Committee, that's council members Allen and Simmons.
No report.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Moving on down the line, we have Public Relations and Public Safety Committee. Councilmember Gibson.
Yes, I have the Marshall Police Department numbers for the month of April 2026. There were 247 traffic stops with 60 citations, 147 arrests, 7 DWIs and other traffic stops. There were 7 municipal warrants, 1,995 officer calls for service, average 66 calls in April a day. Police reports taken, 156, an average of 5 reports taken a day, 51 arrests. The animal shelter numbers for March were 3 citations, 13 dogs and puppies picked up, 0 cats, 10 dogs returned to their owners, 0 dogs adopted, 0 cats adopted, and 0 cats returned to their owners. There were nuisance cases. There were 3 open nuisance cases, 2 were signed out, 9 closed nuisance cases, 4 summons issued to people, 4 tickets issued, 13 nuisance since January of 2026. That'd be it.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Next up, we have Municipal Services and Personnel Committee. We're going to fill those spots tonight as soon as we get done. City Administrator's report is not here. Moving on down to my mayor's report. I've got quite a bit to go over. One thing I did attend a couple weeks, last week, the P&Z meeting. I did get some updates on the stormwater, and I'll email you guys. I learned a whole bunch about stormwater, so I'll email it out to you what I got. And it was nothing new. I found this out, that this was adopted in 2008. And then it was updated in 2021, so I'll send it to you guys and you'll look at it. Ridgecrest property, there's been steps taken. You probably noticed a sign in the front yard, but we're doing everything that we need to do then to make sure that the proper steps are being taken with that property over there. The post office, just kind of an update. I think he's still waiting on somebody to get some signage for the box that will be on the corner of Jefferson and Marion on the little corner lot over here. before they could put that box in, so that's what the holdup is there. One other thing that I want to bring to your attention is the Hab Center property and the land exchange with Marshall Public Schools is complete. And I think, Julie, you said it was going over to, what'd you tell me?
The recorder's office has the warranty deed at this time.
So Eastwood property site is ours now, and they got what they needed out there. So it's a good feeling that that's done. A couple things I had asked tonight that Miss Rachel Hayworth with the chamber give us an update. So if you would at this time, would you kind of let us know what you have going on in your world?
Well, we have a lot of things going on. This year so far, we've celebrated multiple new businesses, relocation of businesses, and community improvements through ribbon cuttings and community celebrations. Most recently, we were at the Farmers Market with their partnership with Saline County Career Center and Marshall Public Schools, celebrating that relocation. Looking forward to hopefully, adding some more vendors to that spot. No help of ours, just promoting and encouraging that small business and venture in Marshall. Coming up, we will be celebrating Serve Pro and Batlin Recovery in June with some ribbon cuttings and celebrations, and the Chamber currently has 178 members. The Chamber is also proud to continue the Partners in Patriotism program in memory of Ron Duvall. We just had a meeting in there that is led by 9 volunteer route leaders. We will be putting up 324 flags in our community, not to mention the hundreds of flags that the Marshall Parks Department puts out every year. So the first time you'll see those flags for this calendar year will be this Monday on Memorial Day. The Chamber also stepped up this year to ensure the flower baskets around the square were taken care of. So right now we have 39 of the 45 poles sponsored, and they will be going up this Saturday. They will follow the city's red, white, and blue patriotism flower pots that you have going around the square, and the volunteer-led watering will continue. So if you're interested, we'd have a few more flower poles to sponsor. Earlier this month, we were at the Marshall Public Schools Achievement Night, where we were able to provide 15 $200 scholarships to seniors and 2 $500 scholarships in memory of Kay Graves and Ron Duvall. So it's exciting to see those youth grow up and take those scholarships and go on to do bigger and better things and hopefully come back to support our community. Leadership Tomorrow continues to grow. We have a cohort of 6 participants this year. We most recently went to the state capitol, thanks to Senator Curtis Gregory. He gave us a tour and allowed us to see some session. And our next step is going to be city leadership and county government. This June, we will be hosting the first ever Goat Hill Fest. That is formerly the Booze, Burgers, and Barbecue. I know that is on the agenda today to have the alcohol restriction lifted for the square area. We've talked with the police department in securing the safety of the space. We use hand radio volunteers to come and help us as well. Right now, we have 7 outside of Marshall vendors tasting, 4 local vendors, food trucks, and we are introducing the Punching Pandas for our band for the evening. They are out of the state of Iowa. In June, we will also be hosting our annual chamber banquet. That'll be June 25th. June 25th, we'll be honoring our members in our community, whether that be through Volunteer of the Year, Citizen of the Year. Those polls are up and available, so if you're interested, more information to come, you can check our website. July 4th, we will be celebrating 250 years in Marshall, or not in Marshall, in the U.S., and so we will work with the municipal band, the city, Marshall Parks and Recreation to get that taken care of. Isn't there enough? So September 11th, 11th and 12th, we'll be hosting our first ever Hot Air Balloon Festival. Very excited about that. Lots of things in the works prior to that, but that is coming soon. We have already secured 6 of the balloons, the tether balloon. We have our pilots confirmed, getting sponsorships and moving forward. I was really hoping to have a carnival. That will not happen. That is really hard to get together on a date that you already have established, but we'll still have some really fun free kids activities for that day. I just want to highlight that none of this is possible without the support of the community. We are strongest when we work together, and I'm incredibly thankful for the individuals, businesses, volunteers, everyone who comes together to make this possible. We have so many members of our community that are investing their time, talent, and treasure to make everything go round, not only with the chamber, but other organizations that we serve. And I'm thankful to be a part of it because it's, we're just putting those cogs together to be successful. The last thing on the agenda for me today is the Chamber Board will be filling one open position. So if you would like to apply to be on the Chamber Board of Directors, you can submit your bio by June 1st to executive-director@marshallmochamber.com. That's also on our website, and our emails, on our Facebook page. So we try to have that promoted everywhere. So thank you. I guess any questions?
Got any questions? Rachel, thank you.
Thanks.
Keep up the good work. Next up, I had asked Mr. Swift with MSDC to give us an update too.
So, as Craig just announced, I am Connor Swift. I'm the director of the Marshall Saline Development Corporation. For those that are not aware or do not know, the MSDC is a 501c3. We're a nonprofit organization dedicated to economic development and advancement here in Saline County. Obviously, you guys are probably going to want to know about the stuff we're doing in Marshall. So, first and foremost, we have partnered with a child care consultant group known as the Business of Child Care. They're going to come in and kind of do community survey, analyze the plans that we have put together for the last 2 to 3 years. They're going to meet with us to determine if our plan is viable or what changes or actionable items we have that we need to do in order to help address some of the issues of child care in Marshall and Saline County. Saline County is listed as a child care desert. I think out of the 113 or 14 counties, last I knew, 98 counties across the state of Missouri are known as child care deserts. So not enough child care spots for the amount of children in the county. So we are working to try and address that here. Not only will they help to give us an actionable plan on what we can do to bolster this going forward, they will also give support to existing providers that are already here. So we're going to help the people that are already, carrying the load. We are also working on some workforce development opportunities. We partnered with the Saline County Career Center. We provided some scholarships for different classes for entrepreneurs, so QuickBooks, marketing, social media classes, stuff like that to help promote your business, run your books, that kind of thing. Essentially what we did there is we paid a portion of those classes. I need to actually get with Beth Walker to determine the total amount that we had enrolled during that period for eligible classes, but I think she said there were, I want to say 7 or 8 that had enrolled in that. So we're going to try and help those people get those classes paid for. That way they can, advance themselves. Lastly, I will say that we have filled out RFIs. An RFI is a request for information. So what that is essentially when a business, industry, manufacturer, something like that is looking at setting up a new shop, whether that's in Missouri or in the United States, they send out what is known as an RFI. And so that RFIs get sent to us through the Missouri Partnership, which is a organization that partners with the state to essentially kind of court new businesses and provide sites from the state of Missouri. Of those RFIs that we received, we submitted, I think, a total of 7 sites. 5 of those are in Marshall, kind of ranging, it's a long process, and I like to give the example, is everybody familiar with the Amazon distribution center in Sedalia that just opened? That came from an RFI in 2021, so it's finally come to fruition. To just give you an idea, they filled that RFI out, submitted it in 2021, and 5 years later, they have a fulfilled project. So I kind of liken it, my assistant director doesn't like when I say this, but it's kind of like playing the lottery. You will not win if you don't play, so we're submitting on every one that we can. Jeff's probably tired of me asking about utility requirements for some of these projects because, and he can probably tell you, we get a couple that just are not applicable to Saline County, 500 megawatts of energy that, we just don't have here. But we were able to submit 5 sites here in Marshall, so we're hopeful that we may make the short round on some of those. I believe one might have been submitted as a site for the state of Missouri, so hopefully I'll be able to update you guys with some good news on that as we continue along this process. Does anybody have any questions?
About the junction,
I'm sorry?
how's the junction coming along?
It's good. We attended a ribbon cutting that the county commissioners put on. I spoke with, I think her name was Barbara. Barbara, she is the real estate acquisitions person for Love's for this area, well, from Texas to Michigan. They hope, as long as everything goes to plan, that they will be open doors and doing business in October. So about 5-6 months. So, and if you look southeast corner, if you're out there, that's why all that stuff's cleared off and there's a bunch of trucks and stuff. So they're working on that right now.
Anybody got any questions for Colin? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Next up, we have business from the audience. That's limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Any person, resident or non-resident, wishing to address the council may approach the microphone at this time and state their name and comments. Does anyone like to speak? Okay. Moving on. Next up, we have appointments. And the first one that I have is for the park board. And I would respectfully submit for y'all's consideration, the following appointments. To the Marshall Park Board, that's Deshauna Terry, that's a new appointment, term expires June 1st, 2028. And also Stephen Washington, that will be a new appointment, and his term expires June 1st, 2028. So if everybody's good with that, I would take a motion and a second to accept those.
Just a question, did two members retire from the park board, or did?
We have two that's coming off, but we'll,
One of the individuals resigned before the term was up, so one of these individuals will fill out the remainder of that term, and then the other individual, their term had actually expired last year, and they had just continued serving until somebody was placed in that position.
Thank you. I move to accept the appointments.
Second, Allen.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh. Next up, I have Ward 2 council member, and I would like to submit for your consideration the following appointment for Ward 2, and that is Peggy Sherman, which would be a new appointment. And I think she would just finish out, 11 months?
That is
Switcher's term.
correct, yes. She would serve until the 2027 election. She is not here this evening due to being out of the country.
So if everybody's good with that, I need a motion and a second to,
Yeah, I move to accept.
I second Varner.
Ms. Lewis, could I have a roll call vote for that one, please?
Mills,
Yes.
Paprick,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Varner,
Yes.
Simmons.
Okay. Next up, we have the request by Marshall Chamber of Commerce to suspend section 600.070G of the Code of Ordinance relating to drinking in public for the 2026 Goat Hill Fest on June 20th, 26th. Everybody's good with that? I need a motion and a second to suspend that.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second, Patrick.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Huh. Next up, we have liquor license, the annual renewals. Everybody's had a chance to look over that, correct? And it's due, what's it say, due by July 1st, 2026?
That is correct.
So if everybody's good with that one, I need a motion and a second to read, for the renewals.
All right, motion to accept.
Do I I have a second?
Second, Mills.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Down to ordinances. First up, Ms. Lewis, could you read the first ordinance, please, by title only?
An ordinance vacating a certain tract of land in the city of Marshall, Missouri, hereinafter described, which was previously conveyed and dedicated to the city for street purposes and reserving a utility easement over a portion of said tract.
I apologize, that was a second reading, right?
That is
Correct.
correct, yes.
Everybody know that, it's a second reading.
Yeah, I move to approve it, yeah.
Second, Gibson.
Ms. Lewis, could I have a roll call, please?
Varner,
Yes.
Simmons, Mills,
Yes.
Paprick,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Allen.
Yes.
Ordinance number 2, Ms. Lewis, could you give the first reading by title only, please?
An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Marshall, Missouri to execute a contract between the city of Marshall Board of Public Works and the Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Good evening, Your Honor, Council. This is for the generation project for the Marshall Energy Center. Mudgmuck owns the Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission, but for us familiar with it, we call it Mudgmuck. They own the generation, we own the electric systems. We have to have an interconnect agreement in place. The next phase, once this agreement's done, we're kind of waiting on this, we have to submit to the Midwest Reliability Organization, which oversees the reliability of the bulk electric system for NERC in this area. And we're trying to see where we're going to land on our transmission line as far as NERC compliance. Currently, we don't have, we're not under NERC with our 161,000 volt line. This is part of that process. We'll get the generation interconnect agreement sent off as part of that application, and then they'll look at both to, and this is just for the regulatory part of getting this stuff greenlit, so. And I would like to request 2 readings tonight. They want to have this submitted before the end of the month.
Anybody got any questions for Jeff? If not, I ask for a motion and a second to take this to a second reading tonight.
I make a motion to approve.
I second it, Varner.
I have a roll call vote, please.
Simmons, Mills,
Yes.
Paprick,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Fox. Allen,
Yes.
Varner.
Yes.
Ms. Lewis, could you give the second reading by title only?
An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Marshall, Missouri to execute a contract between the city of Marshall, Board of Public Works, and the Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission.
I need a motion and a second to approve the second reading.
Make a motion to approve. Fox.
Second, Allen.
Ms. Lewis, may I have a roll call, please?
Mills,
Yes.
Paprick,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Varner,
Yes.
Simmons.
There you go, Jeff. You're welcome. Next up, we have appropriation. Ms. Lewis, could you give the first reading by title only?
An ordinance making the appropriation for the payment of accounts out of the different city funds.
I have a motion and a second to take that to a second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Lewis, could I have a roll call?
Paprick,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Varner,
Yes.
Simmons, Mills.
Yes.
Ms. Lewis, could you give us a second reading by title only, please?
An ordinance making the appropriation for the payment of accounts out of the different city funds.
I need a motion and a second to approve that.
A motion to approve?
Second.
Ms. Lewis, could I have a roll call?
Gibson,
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Varner,
Yes.
Simmons, Mills,
Yes.
Paprick.
Yes.
At this time, is there any other council business that we need to discuss? I do have, we'll get started. I almost forgot to assign committee assignments. So first up, we have Property Finance Budget and Audit Committee. Mr. Patrick, I still have you on that. Okay. Municipal Services and Personnel Committee, that will be Mr. Varner and Mr. Fox. Public Relations and Public Safety Committee, that's Mr. Gibson and Mr. Gavin Mills. Community Development and Code Committee, that will be Mr. Allen and Mr. Simmons. And I think that pretty much does that. We got all of those filled. Okay. Is there any other council business we need to discuss at this time?
I got something. Was that Ridgecrest property, was that already condemned, or is that something? It wasn't? Okay. So are we working on that now? Okay.
It's gonna be a process.
It is, it takes
It's
some
gonna be a
steps,
process.
lawful steps.
Have started, which is a good
I
thing.
didn't know that it happened before, but.
Well, I do know that right before the inspection department was deleted, there were 4 houses that were scheduled for demo. So I don't know where we're at on those.
We got 'em. All right. Anybody else got any other business? Mr. Allen, Mr. Varner, Mr. Fox, Mr. Gibson, Patrick, Mr. Mills? Seeing none, I guess we go to adjourn. So if we can adjourn, I need a motion and a second.
I move to adjourn.
Second, Allen.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.